camp or the community weekend. I am disappointed that ESPN and Lisa Salters continue to try and tell my story in ESPN's words. Better yet, I'm pissed off beyond disappointed. This is the second time ESPN did this. I trust ESPN to tell my story, and they lie to me once again to get my interview. Media exploits and tells their own story, disappoints again. Well, I guess I probably should use my coping skill now. Thanks, ESPN. And let me read the rest of the article. What's surprising about the profile given Marshall's reaction is that most people who watched it probably came away from it with more favorable view of Marshall than they had before. The profile delved into Marshall's history of domestic violence accusation, as any complete profile of Marshall should. That's part of his history, part of who he is. But the profile also portrayed Marshall as a man who realized he had a problem, sought mental health treatment, turned his life around, and developed a strong and healthy relationship with his wife. If Ray Rice is the public face of domestic violence problems in the NFL, then Marshall could be the public face of how a man like Rice could make himself a better man through hard work, counseling, and time. Marshall may not like the way ESPN reported its story, but it was an important story, well told. And I continue to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over. The media decides how they're going to portray certain stories. And depending on who the individual is, the story is going to come out positive, or there's going to be no story at all that anyone else is going to hear on a station like ESPN. And that's very sad. It's very sad because, as you said, if you look at the issue today regarding the 4 women who were named in the NFL, is all positive. It is positive, but there was other points that no one else raised except one guy, a guy by the name of Stephen A. Smith, raised the point about he'd have loved to see an Asian, a black, or an Hispanic in the 4 women that were named to the NFL. And I believe it is a very, very, very valid point. But we ignore that over and over and over, and that's a non-story, where we have 78% of the players in the NFL are black. And you are appointing all these executives, and you cannot find an Asian, an Hispanic, or a black woman to appoint in that 4 women. And this is what it is. As they say, plain talk, bad manners. And know that, being that my guest is not here tonight, I always give you these quotes. And I think these quotes are so important as we go our lives, our daily lives, and we talk about all the different things that are happening in the world today, in our communities. Audre Lorde said, "It's not our differences that divide us, it's our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences." It's not our differences, but our inability to recognize. See, the NFL didn't recognize, it didn't seem to them that appointing these 4 women, what it's like for those other groups that were left out. What do those 78% of black players in the NFL feel that here you appointing these women to a major position in the NFL to deal with an issue that's predominantly black players? Plain talk, bad manners. And Martin Luther King said it succinctly, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Never be afraid to do what's right, especially if the well-being of a person or animals is at stake. Society's punishment are small compared to the wounds we inflict on our souls when we look the other way. Comfort and convenience, but where he stands at the time of challenge and controversy. Mahatma Gandhi also said, silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. Let me repeat that, by Mahatma Gandhi. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. So can you imagine? ESPN is talking about this story throughout the whole day. It's a sports story. It's a big sports story. Very big. Big changes in the NFL. Big changes. And only one of the commentator looked at it and said, you know what? Something is wrong with that picture. Something is wrong with the picture. Many of us decide that, you know what? I'm going to look the other way. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. And that's what we do all the time. Many of us who are in the media, we decide that, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to leave that alone. Don't talk about that. You know, maybe people don't want to hear about that. But you see, if people didn't make Ray Rice's assault and battery of his wife an issue, we wouldn't have been here today. Adrian Peterson, they made it an issue. You remember one, look, I'm forgetting the guy's name right now. It's going to come back to me. Michael Vick. You remember when Michael Vick had all those dogs and he was killing those dogs and brutality of dogs? And Peter come out against him? And he lost almost everything. And he spent quite a few, at least 2 years or so in jail. Remember that? They took a stand. But I'm waiting to see tomorrow which organizations is going to come out against the NFL for these appointments. Let's see. All you can do is wait and see. You can't say anything, but let's wait and see what happens. Let's see if anything is going to happen. Anything at all. You think they're really going to say something? I want to think that there's a great possibility that one of the organizations or maybe the NAACP, maybe they're going to come out and say something. Maybe they're going to make a statement. Or maybe, just maybe, the NFL donates money to the NAACP and they're going to keep quiet. They're going to be silent. They don't want, you remember this Donald Sterling issue? When the NAACP was going to honor Donald Sterling because he made a donation to the NAACP and they know what type of man he was. So they paid them for their silence. And that's part of the problem we have. Plain talk, bad manners, people. Plain talk, bad manners. Time check. The time is approximately 9:22 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Nokia Home Improvements for all your general construction and remodeling job. Nokia Home Improvements. No job is too small. You can call them at 973-592-8493. That's 973-592-8493. We'll be right back after this short break.
The Strollers, Maplewood's community theater since 1932, proudly presents Comedy Tonight. Come laugh at your friends, come laugh at your neighbors as they tickle your funny bone with song, dance, and old-fashioned sketch comedy. One weekend only, September 19th, 20th, and 21st at the Bergdorf Center for the Performing Arts in Maplewood. All tickets $10. Go to www.thestrollers.org for all the details. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Having problems with your house? Is your mortgage upside down? Can't get a loan modification or short sale? Tenant troubles, job loss, or transfer? Does your house need repairs, or maybe you're facing foreclosure? Time is not on your side. Call now and speak to one of our friendly associates. No matter the reason you have to sell, we have solutions. Operators are standing by to take your call. 800-709-1732 or visit www.7sellahome.com.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Because He has set His love upon me, therefore will I deliver Him. I will set Him on high, because He has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer Him. I will be with Him in trouble. I will deliver and honor Him. With long life will I satisfy Him and show my salvation.
Dig a pit for me, now they're waiting for me to fall in. Trying to take me bread and butter with lies and propaganda, but they're fooling, they're only fooling. I will not be afraid of what man can do to me. Man, you see, is only vanity. You see, who God bless, no man curse. He shall never hunger or thirst. Who God bless, no man shall ever curse. He shall be first. He shall